Thanks for starting your day with us on Eyewitness News on the Wax. I'm Tracey McCain.
And I'm Caitlin Francis, and we've got Scot Haney here with us this morning.
Yeah, still some freezing rain out there this morning.
Oh, there is? Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately in parts of northern Connecticut. We're dealing with a swath of it in parts of northwest Connecticut this morning. You're going to see the deep purple there. Great rock group, and also showing up on our first alert live radar. You can see the deep purples. This is moving into Massachusetts. It's a mess up in Massachusetts. They've got way more ice than we do. Plain rain along the shoreline this morning. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on the Wax. It is a messy start, and there are several delays, even some cancellations scrolling at the bottom of your screen. So it's an icy mix. It's going to be slick to start. Then once this exits late, right around 11 o'clock noontime today, we're expecting partial clearing. Tomorrow, love is in the air with a couple of snowflakes, not a big deal, some flurries. Then we turn our attention to the weekend. Snow, mix, rain. Unfortunately, that is looking like a mess. Saturday and Sunday, it starts off as snow, goes over to a mix, some ice. Sunday morning, and then goes over to plain old rain. It's going to be a messy Sunday, messy Saturday afternoon and evening as well. So measurable and plowable snow, and then early next week, cold and windy. The winter weather advisory continues this morning for our 4 northern counties, and the coastal flood advisory continues for southern Fairfield County due to the fact that the wind is getting pushed into the Long Island Sound and the astronomically higher tide due to the full snow moon. All right, first alert weather day this morning for that icy mix, and then Saturday and Sunday. These are the two first alert weather days today, right now, and then Saturday and Sunday. Your forecast highs today will get better. We just got to get there. It's going to take a little time to scour out that cold air in parts of northern Connecticut. Temperatures today in the upper 30s and low 40s. Afternoon clearing. It should be a beautiful sunset, and I'll be back to talk more about the 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit. In the meantime, Kate, good morning.
All right, good morning, Scott. Good morning, everyone. A quick check here at those roads. If you're heading out the door, we do have a couple of issues out there. First alert in Enfield, 91 northbound, the exit 47E. Exit 47E on-ramp is closed due to a crash. And then in Cheshire, let's take you out here. I've been following this for you since about 6 o'clock this morning. 691 eastbound, right before exit 7, right lane there is blocked off. And you can see that active scene here with traffic trying to skirt around. So just give yourself some time as things slow down through the area. It looks like a single vehicle, maybe a tractor trailer also involved in that incident with the backups. This DOT camera is moving around for us here this morning. Live look outside now in Windsor, right on the Windsor Locks line. This is on 91, right by the Bradley connector. Things are slowing down. So if you're heading to the airport here this morning, give yourself a couple of extra minutes. It looks like it's off to the shoulder, but again, that right lane could be blocked off. Let's quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, let's take a closer look at the roads this morning before you head out. Your reporter, Olivia Schuler, is in Weather Tracker 2.
So, Olivia, you've been in the Litchfield Hills this morning in Norfolk. What are things looking like right now?
Yeah, guys, right now we're on Route 44. Progression of the morning, it has gotten a little bit better on these roads. Let's take you outside so you can get a feel of what you're walking or driving into this morning. You can see that the roads here are pretty clear, much different than about an hour ago when we were driving these roads. There was still a layer of snow on them, but they are pretty clear at this point. We've been watching snow plows come through. They've been plowing the snow. They've also been treating the roads. So doing everything that they can to get you ready for your morning commute. There is still you can see some precipitation, some water on the road. The concern this morning is that is going to freeze over and become a little bit dangerous as you are driving. So make note of that. Even if you cannot see ice, does not mean that it is not there. I had an experience this morning, 3 o'clock, coming to work, and I lost control of my wheel a bit. So practicing what I preach later on today, making sure that I take it nice and slow, because when it's dark out, the sun's not up, you can't see things, but even when the sun is up, you can't necessarily see everything out on the road. So make sure you are mindful of that. Just some freezing rain coming down in Norfolk right now. The snow, it seems, has passed and cleared at this point, but at this point we are just monitoring some road conditions here because, as I mentioned, there's some roads that are really completely clear at this point, like the one we're on right now, Route 44. But then there's some neighborhoods where homes are that the snow still hasn't been plowed in those areas. So use plenty of caution if you're driving, if you're walking onto the driveway today, the sidewalks. Make sure you're careful as well. And we're going to have another check with you in about 30 minutes. So make sure you stay with us over here on the Wax. We'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Olivia. Team coverage now continues of this first alert weather day.
Now, Channel 3's Roger Susannon is live outside the studio here in Rocky Hill. So, Roger, you didn't have a hat all morning, but you had plenty of other things to show
You
us.
got to protect the hair, Raj.
Yeah, no, I gotta say, ladies, there are two kinds of people in this world. There are umbrella people and there are wet hair people, and I'm a wet hair kind of guy, I guess. I don't mind a little water in the salad. So you might need an umbrella if you're not as tough as me. However, or a hat. Some things you don't need, I'll tell you, first and foremost, you don't need this snow shovel. I'll tell you what, you can just throw the one out of there. I also brought boots today. Don't need that either. At least, again, in Hartford County. In the northern sections of northern counties, the ice could still be an issue. Not so much here right now. The snow and freezing rain has basically transitioned, at least here in Rocky Hill, to just plain old rainfall, so nothing too crazy going on. But hey, the bottom line is the roads are, at least if nothing else, wet in this area, so you know what to do. You live in Connecticut, take it slow. Maybe add a little extra time into your morning commute, but other than that, it should be relatively smooth sailing, again, aside from potentially some slippery spots. Reporting live in Rocky Hill from the Channel 3 patio, I'm Roger Suzanne, and I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Raj. Another important reminder, we've been telling you all week, we do have an ice missile law here in the state, so that means you could face a $120 fine if you don't clean off your car. If snow or ice coming off of your vehicle hurts somebody or damages any property, those fines could be more than $1,000.
All right, to help you keep tabs on the storm minute by minute and then look ahead to what's coming this weekend, go ahead and download the WFSB app right now. Scan the QR code on your screen, or you can visit the App Store on your phone. We'll have updated reports on the weather, important information, including school delays or cancellations, and those are also scrolling at the bottom of your screen this morning.
7:07, a man from Hartford is expecting to face a judge today after a series of road rage incidents.
Yeah, this all unfolded on I-84 Tuesday morning. 27-year-old Robert Misicurta is accused of kicking someone's car near exit 17 in Waterbury just before 9 a.m. And then police say he stopped in front of another driver near exit 18. He got out holding what they say was a machete.
After that, a driver took a video appearing to show that suspect kicking in her car door near exit 15. Police later found a car in Southington that matched the description and linked it to that suspect who turned himself into police.
Well, this morning, President Donald Trump's nominee to lead the Department of Education will testify before Senate committee members.
Yeah, Linda McMahon, we're going to talk about her experience in just a second, but this is the future of the department hangs in the balance as Trump is reportedly considering dismantling it altogether. Again, McMahon has strong ties to right here in Connecticut. She co-founded Stanford-based World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. She served on the state's Board of Education from 2009 to 2010, and that's when she ran for Senate. She lost that race. The hearing starts at 10 o'clock this morning. Also today, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is now all but certain to become Health and Human Services Secretary at this morning's Senate confirmation vote. The 71-year-old faced scrutiny from both Democrats and Republicans in recent weeks. He also had a pair of fiery hearings last month where he was grilled over his controversial views on vaccines and abortion.
Well, happening right now, mass firings of federal employees are underway at the Department of Education and the Small Business Administration. As part of the president's plan to shrink the federal workforce, the firings impact probationary workers, meaning they are mostly new hires at this point. But about 5,000 federal workers live in Connecticut. We don't know yet how many people will be impacted.
7:09. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Meteorologist Scot Haney in the First Alert Forecast Center at Channel 3. Thank you for sticking with us on the wax. We so appreciate that. We got some moderate to heavy freezing rain coming down right now in parts of northern Connecticut. It's moving into Massachusetts, but it's in Heartland right now. Also Colebrook, East Heartland, West Heartland, pick a Heartland, any Heartland. West Granby, you guys are dealing with some moderate to freezing rain. Not good this morning up in northern Connecticut. Also on the other side of the state, northeast Connecticut, Stafford, Union, Somers, Ellington, Tolland. This is all going to be gone in about a half an hour to 45 minutes as it moves into Massachusetts, but we're dealing with it right now. Temperatures certainly cold enough to support this activity in inland Connecticut. We're hovering right around that freezing mark, a little bit better along the shoreline where we're dealing with just plain old rain showers. 24-hour change, at least we're up from where we were yesterday, but certainly not above that freezing mark in inland Connecticut. Wind speeds sustained 12 to 17 right now. That does make the temperatures feel a little bit colder out there this morning, so bundle up as you traipse through the muck that's on the ground. Forecasted highs today, 38 to 44. It's going to be a nice afternoon. We just got to get there.